Welcome back, sports fans, movie buffs, and all-around good people. This is the Nick Hall Comedy Podcast. How'd you like the new intro?
Back to the drawing board again. 2 weeks in a row. You're going to need more drawing boards.
I feel like it's getting better. Like my song last week after we watched it, I realized that kind of sucked. But today I was like, I'm good. That's good.
Give it time, Nick.
Yeah.
Give it time. You'll get back to the drawing board and you'll realize not so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do a quick shout out. Fan on YouTube who backed me up on last week's podcast about the 5-tool sports analogy. The best. All of the listeners pale in comparison. Thanks, kid. Do you just like we put these videos on YouTube and you just sit there and hit refresh until some 15-year-old kid agrees with you and you're like, God, yes, vindication. I'm sorting through the sand of waste that is most of the population and most of our listeners to find that one polished diamond. Guy. The one guy whose intellect is on a fucking level. My brain looks like the sliding bookcase in Beauty and the Beast, just filled with all the fucking books of knowledge. And this one kid's almost there with me. Maybe you can be the ladder that I swing on between my books, kid. The digital part of Beauty and the Beast, where like you're at the ball and it looks way better. Or no, were you in the fully animated? Not the gay part, the smart part. So okay, the dance scene is the gay. You were in the movie. The bad part where the bad books were. There is no such thing as a bad book. Yeah, well, no, I think there is. Nope. Sure. Even Twilight. 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Amazing. I mean, I liked it personally. I loved it, but it really got me through all my house chores that day and my soaps. Could you? I don't know how somebody could just write that book and be proud of it. I wish I had fucking written that book. Yeah, me too. That motherfucker's just going to walk in, kick your door open, and be like, how'd I write this? Just make it rain on us and be like, rent. We're safe. We had a big week again. Or we have a big week. It's shaping up to be a big week. We get the new Kent Murphy video. It has the potential. Yeah. Part 3 of Journey to the Field, the conclusion of this promo series. I've watched it, God, I don't know, 50 times now. Mm-hmm. And Kent put a fucking hurt on that ball. I mean, did you see that? That was like the right-handed Ken Griffey. That swing was picture perfect. The swing was perfect. Doink. Yeah, doink my ass. Doink. Movie magic. See you later. No, the swing itself, beautiful. I would say maybe the physique and musculature behind the swing didn't live up. Oh, what? Yeah. I think, honestly, did you see the late sink on Hank's ball? That was fucking pretty slick. Maddox-like, if I do say so myself. The late sink? What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, the actual drop of the ball. You know, curve and stuff. I thought you were saying, like, sink, like, S-Y-N. So I was like, I didn't even know if that's a thing. Did we dub in an extra throw of you in that video? I don't know. It was good. So I had to throw away the calendar to make room for all the books of knowledge in my brain. When is March 2nd's coming up? Like March 2nd? New Kent premieres not Sunday? Next week, but the week after next Sunday. 2 Sundays. We have a special little treat though for this Sunday coming up. A little Kent Murphy nugget. Little nip. Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? That's what I said. Wednesday. What do you think I said? Sunday? What are we gonna run on Sunday then? You also got rid of the calendar in your brain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We have a trailer for season 2 that we're going to put out to just really fucking... These kids, they're just so ready for Kent Murphy, and we keep giving him these bullshit promos. Yeah, what's up with all you kids? Don't you have internet porn? Like, what's going on with you? They're like, damn it, is it March 2nd? just fucking with them. When I was a kid, Kent's particular, I said to Kent, I was like, Kent, can we run it 2 weeks early? And he started nut-tapping me, hit me with a baseball bat. I blacked out, and I was like, we're running it March 2nd. March 2nd is the day. What's going to happen? We need to get on to something important here. Addendum. Last week, I guess I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I have regret. But we were naming sports movies, and we fired off a pretty good list of a good amount of movies. We did it on the fly with no research. Right, there was no rehearsal. It was kind of just something we fell into. And we created this top 5 list, which was Major League. It had Slapshot, Blue Chips, Space Jam, and Bull Durham. Yeah. Pretty good top 5. Not bad. But we left a pretty glaring omission. I would say we left 2. 2? 2. Well, 1 for sure, and I just want to apologize. We left The Sandlot off.
We didn't even mention Sandlot like as an honorable mention.
Yeah, not even in like the fucking 60 movies we mentioned. We
and
forgot.
I think Griffey and I have agreed that we're going to kick
Blue Chips
off.
Sorry, Nick
and
Nolte.
replace it with Sandlot. I know, it sucks.
If Penny Hardaway would have panned out, Blue Chips might have stayed in.
Yeah. And Cole hit us up. Matt Nover was the dude in Blue Chips that kept just draining shots.
Like the WNBA, no one needs to know white basketball player names. Sorry,
but I mean,
we're out on that.
So,
you know what, though? Here's another movie that was brought to my attention by a listener. Caddyshack. Do you count Caddyshack as a comedy?
Caddyshack.
Is it more just comedy with sports background, or is it actually a sports movie?
It's a golf movie, man. And,
it kind of is, right?
And
I think it's got to be.
10 Cup, too, we didn't talk about.
All right. Chill out there, buddy.
Whoa.
10 Cup.
10 Cup's a
life.
good one. Give me another
Did
ball.
Did you catch that on Lifetime this morning?
It's a great movie, dude.
10 Cup's lame.
Blow me.
I'd rather have this hangover I have
Seriously,
today 50 days in a row than ever watch 10 Cup again.
No way, man.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's not perfect. I already graded it.
Okay, so Caddyshack. I think
Caddyshack has to be on there too.
I feel like Caddyshack belongs in the top 5 as well.
I think it does. Now here's the question though: do you kick off? So we'd have a pretty baseball-centric list with 3 baseballs. Do we get rid of a baseball or do we get rid of
I'm kicking
Space
off,
Jam?
Look, I love Bull Durham, but I'm kicking it out of the top 5.
Dude, I'm sorry. I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be Space Jam.
You think so?
I think Space Jam, for how amazing it was and what it was, and it also had that really cool, like, it just happened to be like Michael Jordan's like, well, I'm coming back to the NBA. Let me make like a cool story rather, because it's not as cool for people to be like, yeah, I got kicked out for like the NBA was gonna suspend me for a season for like hard gambling and like being a debaucherous person. What's really cool is I went to an alternate universe and played basketball, and I was like, that is better.
We went on,
but I think it's got to go, man. Caddyshack is just one of the all-time greats.
We went on spring break one year when I was in college, and me and my buddy AJ, pretty much the entire trip, just kept doing the impression of the Irish girl from Caddyshack. Yeah. Like I would bring him a beer, and I'd bring him a beer, and he'd go, "Oh well, that's all I need." Another beer, thanks for nothing.
Do you think that Danny and the Irish waitress in Caddyshack just are the worst hair couple of all time?
Oh, yeah.
Like just both like the most, like, if they switched hairs, it would look more appropriate but still be horrible.
Yeah. He's like, I ain't paying 50 cents for no Coke.
Just
then you ain't getting no Coke.
Fingerless gloves. I remember the first time I saw that, I'm like, as soon as he like pulls those on and velcros them, you're like, oh, that dude's bad to the bone.
There's no golfers like that. There's no like badass golfers.
At what point does like fingerless gloves go from being like super cool to like what a douche?
Never.
Still cool.
Never. When I used to play music, the very first show I ever played, I had a white fingerless fishnet glove. And I played,
pretty douche.
And I put it on, but like,
what were you in the band from? Fucking Lost Boys?
No. But like we get on stage, like nobody'd seen us. They're like, oh, these guys must be like hardcore, because I had like a chain mustache and really long hair, and we played like the pussiest music you've ever heard. And it was like Jack Johnson covers, and I have a fishnet glove on, like a bitch.
That all of a sudden went from, man, that guy's hardcore, to like, man, I should introduce this guy to my brother. They should date.
Pretty much. And then my music career failed because I sucked. I mean,
that was the same time that mine hit the upswing.
Oh yeah,
I was finally crushing Expert on Guitar Hero, and
yeah,
never looked back.
Like that was pretty much like the peak of my music career, was when I was able to beat songs on hard, or on Expert on Guitar Hero.
Is it fucking hard to shred with me?
I got like
fucking tension of that.
I got a 98. I got a 98% on Texas Flood one time on Expert.
I don't believe you.
Step to me, bro.
There's not even a chance in hell that's true.
That is true.
We're gonna do a Guitar Hero challenge video.
When I used to work at Best Buy a long time ago in my youth, there was we had a Guitar Hero display set up, and
I still have all the shit. We're gonna do this challenge.
This little kid would come in like every Saturday. He was maybe 8, and he'd fucking like pick the hardest song, put it on Expert, and then he'd turn his back to the screen and fucking he'd put his arm up like this and just be like, just ripping it, and the motherfucker would get 100%.
Not impressed.
Oh, dude, I used to like.
First thing I
almost got fired because I was just stand there and watch him for like 20 minutes.
I would take that plastic guitar, I'd break it over his soft little head, and say, "Grow the fuck up, kid."
What?
Yeah, dude,
that's super badass.
Memorizing Guitar Hero songs is the fucking lamest thing you could ever do.
Dude.
Who fucking cares? Go learn like fucking White Stripes on normal guitar. That's like 20 million times more impressive.
Yeah, but
Guitar Hero's for like fucking lazy old people like me that are like, well, it's too late for me now to start shredding, but at least I have this. Like, if you're an 8-year-old kid that can do that, like, fucking have some ambition in your life. Like, move on.
He's 8, dude.
You know what? He's one of those kind of kids that would never fucking understand me on the Facebook or the YouTube comments.
Neither do adults.
He's not one of my fucking gyms. You're out, 8-year-old kid.
I'm starting to think that you just created a YouTube account and like made that comment yourself.
There's not even a chance.
I think you did.
I know it seems hard. Like, this is the thing. Like, the people of small minds are always afraid of change and things they don't understand. So you and your fucking ilk are going to look to me and my fucking Justice League of super commenters. We're taking this bitch over.
Did you have one?
I might start a Facebook page for me and him, and then we're going to attract
Josh's comment. We should. I'll start a Facebook page. You start one. Nick's commenters versus Josh's commenters.
We should just have, if you're on our Facebook page, you should submit right now. We just want comments, right? Or not comments. We'll just do like posts, like Team Griffey or Team Nick.
Yeah, it'll be like,
yours will be maybe more plentiful, but mine you'll look at and be like, God, those are like the cream of the crop.
Who won in Twilight? Did Jacob or Edward win?
I think everyone lost in Twilight. Audience, guy,
that's what it'll be like.
This is the other thing.
And then girls are going to be like,
the end of their road, like the prize of their road was banging Kristen Stewart. Like, that's not a win.
I mean,
I could go out. I could go out to the fucking local pot shop right now and find 5 chicks that look exactly like Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, but if
that's not an achievement.
The natural evolution of this show was always going to lead us to people picking sides. You're going to have Team Nick versus Team Josh.
And
I've been saying since day one, like, this podcast is going to get us laid, bro.
I'm sure my wife will love
big
that.
Big time. But does your
wife, it's part of the job.
Does your wife ever lay you and be like, "This is for the podcast"? Like, she doesn't.
She sometimes lays me and she's like, ugh. she's like, "This is for me to have a baby."
I wish you wouldn't say such retarded shit on your podcast.
She's like, "Can you quit talking to me?" She's like, "Just keep watching TV. I'll get this hand."
It's it's gonna happen, man.
Next song.
Team
Next
Nick.
song.
All right, next song. Okay.
Team Griffey. Hashtag Team Griffey.
Did you watch the slam dunk contest?
No.
I watched that whole like all-star thing yesterday. You know,
right.
They had like the skills challenge, 3-point contest.
Skills challenge, lame.
Dunk
3-point contest is actually the only one that's mildly interesting.
The first contest was pretty cool because they did the it was Tim Hardaway Jr. and then he had his dad and like a WNBA chick, and they had to make like but they had to make like 4 shots, and then they had to make a half quarter, and it's like whoever the fastest to do it does it. But the one team had Tim Hardaway, another team was Steph Curry, and he had his dad Del Curry, and then Durant had fucking mailman Karl Malone. So like for 10 minutes of this thing, it was just Karl Malone, Del Curry, and Tim Hardaway just chucking half quarters, and that just made my soul smile. Karl Malone is he's still jacked up, and watching that old dude just chuck half quarters.
Yeah, at this point, if Karl Malone's not like an Expendables 3, like I could never see him again the rest of my life.
He could be an Expendables 3. You should see him,
I know he
dude.
could. That's the only use for him at this point.
Oh, he's a hoss.
That's the only use for him.
He's a jacked up man. But anyway, the 3-point contest was good.
Mailman.
It actually went into overtime because, they tied or whatever. And then it got to the dunk contest, and I was really looking forward to it because my boy Paul George.
Was Blake Griffin in?
No.
So the only 2 guys anyone wants to see dunk, LeBron and Blake, they're not even in. So
right.
Like, who gives a shit?
Right. But Paul George was in it. Paul George had a fucking nasty between the legs reverse dunk. John Wall probably had the best dunk of the whole thing. But anyway, what they did, so they had 3 guys from the East and 3 guys from the West. And it starts off, and the 3 guys from the East come out, and they have a minute and a half. And it's like fucking open gym. They're just, the 3 of them are just like running around dunking. And like there's no scores going up, and then they're like, okay, time's up. And then they bring out the West guys, and they do it for a minute and a half.
Right.
And then the judges are like, East. We think the East was the better open gym for a minute and a half. Like, no fucking scores. So they're
making it more subjective.
Right. So then they're like, round 2, the battle round. And so it's one guy from the East goes, and then a guy from the West goes.
Yeah.
And then the judges are like, I think the East guy was better. Fucking no scores. And then you're like, okay, it's the battle round. Like, something's going to come of this. And then they all 4 or all 3 or whatever get through it. And all of a sudden they're like, the East wins, and all 3 of them get on the podium. It was the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen on TV. I was fucking so furious.
That's the NBA.
They killed it. They killed it. But at least in the past, the dunk contest was fun because you like.
There hasn't been like a really good dunk contest since like.
Oh, they showed the 2000.
Maybe like Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Like he had some good ones, but even then, no one was really facing him. Like the last like really good ones were like Dominique and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just solved your problem, though. You know what they do.
What?
Right? They go to the 3rd round, and they're like, what's the 3rd round? Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And since we're already bringing back all these old useless fucks like the Mailman and Del Curry.
I bet Mailman can still throw down.
Yeah, who cares? Del Curry sounds like an accountant's name anyways. Like, fuck him. So what you do is you do the old man Mortal Kombat round, and it's just fucking Dikembe Mutombo with fucking 6 arms like Goro from Mortal Kombat. And then all 3 guys have to try to dunk on him at the same time. He's just blocking all their shots. And if they lose, he fucking rips their heads off. And he's like, ah! Like, you know, not LeBron.
That's a terrible idea.
I bet you that would have fucking gotten better ratings. Well, and then 10 times. Can you just imagine Dikembe Mutombo with all those 6 arms?
And he just kept doing.
He already has like
doing the finger wave every time.
He already has like the villain laugh that like in that commercial he's just in where he's like blocking like cereal and shit. He like talks and you're like, does that even sound like it just sounds like someone turned on a subwoofer? It's like, God, I'm in.
What a giant man.
That's better. But see, that's better. That's what the Mailman's lacking is more arms and appendages to make him interesting.
It was just like. It's bad enough that they can't get any of the big stars, like you said. You can't.
LeBron
and then they changed the format.
He just put out that fucking video that went viral.
Yeah, what a cocksucker.
Like, he literally was like, oh yeah, just in case you guys forgot that the dunk contest is bullshit and I'm by far the best at slam dunking, here's like a video.
Yeah, but...
So like you'd be so much better served to watch that without any commercials than waste even 1 second.
Here's my thing with that is like, just stop being a fucking pussy and get in the dunk contest.
Why?
Because. Why not?
LeBron is still
so he's like,
I don't.
But he's like, he's riding on his high horse, like, I don't want to be in the dunk contest. I'm too good for it. Then he puts out this fucking dumbass video from practice, where they were awesome dunks. They were awesome dunks.
Well, I mean,
it's just him like sitting there being like, I'm not in it, but I could beat you guys. Well, then fucking get in there and beat them.
They said, like, it's an organizational thing. They said they don't want LeBron to do it.
But they're okay with him fucking throwing him off the wall in practice.
But that's the weird thing, if he's doing it in practice anyway.
That's a bullshit cop-out.
This is the thing, like, when you're LeBron James, like, why would you drop down and be like, yeah, I have to prove myself versus fucking 5'8" like, John Wall?
I don't think it's really an argument that LeBron James is probably the best player in the NBA. Like,
well, it's a 2-man race. It's him and
Kevin Durant. Like, it's...
Because Durant's defensive
You're an idiot if you think otherwise. Like, people are like, LeBron's not even that good. Like, yeah, I fucking hate LeBron, but like he's that good. But he's also at the same time,
he's already a top 10 greatest player of all time.
He's the biggest bitch in like all of pro sports. He's such a whiny baby, and he's a fucking bitch, and he flops, and he's like, I don't want to get in the
But you know what wouldn't change that? Winning a slam dunk contest.
No, but it would at least like just show that he has a fucking nutsack, dude.
It would be the equivalent of like George Foreman in his prime showing up at like a local, like, Lafayette, Indiana MMA fight and just being like, I'm here to fight and just fucking breaking people's faces.
Yeah, but Jordan got in dunk contests and fucking won them.
That was back when, like,
and he walked away from
mattered. Like, it's kind of devolved.
It never mattered.
The whole weekend, like, just has devolved away from, like, it's just fucking total nonsense. And but see, that's the other thing, too. Jordan was such a different player. Like, to Jordan, like, for someone to even question that Dominique Wilkins was better than him, like, that is something he'd want to go.
And highlight reel was the man, too.
And that's nonsense, because, like, I don't think Michael Jordan should have fucking sunk to the level of dunk like, who cares?
Why? That's like it's NBA, and it it is a sport, but at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business.
Is there anything cooler than like
much
like last season when DeAndre Jordan threw that dunk down on a defender in a game through traffic? You're like, that's better than anything you'll ever see in a dunk contest.
But you know how much they charge for tickets to like get into these All-Star games?
Awesome.
It's like,
I wish they charged these people double the ticket prices.
I'm not saying
like Team East walks out and they all just drop their pants and shit on the floor.
Yeah, but I don't even have that big of a problem with him not doing the dunk contest. I get it. You don't want to do it, but don't fucking make a video like the week before and be like, look how bad because that's fucking like that just makes you look like more of a coward that you won't get in the fucking dunk contest.
You know what it makes him look like? A way superior slam dunker.
Yeah,
than
maybe,
all
but
then
fucking just go do the contest.
If people are stupid enough to buy tickets,
the fans want to see
an NBA slam dunk contest, then they fucking deserve the fucking like
swill
that they get.
It's a fun thing.
Is it?
Why are you being like a fucking Scrooge about it?
No, I've watched it for years. I think it's just fucking boring. It's fucking lame. Like, there's nothing cool about the slam dunk contest. Because like in the context of a game on a defender, like that's where the slam dunk is a thing of beauty. Like, open court, no defender, I'm gonna fucking jump over one chair. Like, who fucking cares?
You're an idiot.
Why? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the 3-point contest is still at least a skill. You know what I mean? Like, that's fun.
So is dunk. Go.
A 6'8" guy fucking throwing down a dunk on a fucking.
Go lower the goal to 8 foot. Go lower the goal to 8 foot and jump.
See a show.
Jump. Put the ball between your legs and reverse dunk it. Guarantee you can't.
Probably I could.
I guarantee you can't.
I bet you I still got the hops.
I guarantee you can't do it on a 7
I could probably do it in my chucks right here.
Shit.
Dude, I used to look like fucking Shakalak on 8 Foot.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Mostly because I was
before you developed like terrible opinions and fucking just lost control of your life.
Anyone who fucking puts any stock into anything All-Star related on any level,
I'm not putting stock into
it.
Pathetic.
Like even like there's not one All-Star event.
The fucking gauntlet has been thrown down. I'll fight you on this podcast.
Interesting at all. Like actually the only All-Star event that I ever get somewhat interested in is Home Run Derby, and even that's kind of fucking bullshit.
It's the same thing as a dunk contest. So you can't say
I don't think it's the same thing as a dunk contest.
They're fucking throwing like 65 mile an hour straight pitches. It is
for a guy to fucking hit a home run? How many moving pieces to that there are than a fucking guy?
I'm not saying it's easy to home run.
6'8", throwing and has like a fucking 36-inch vertical throwing down a dunk.
Yeah, but he's like putting it between his legs doing reverse. John Wall fucking like jumped over the dude, grabbed. I mean, it's the same. It's the
Plus,
same
you've
thing.
Seen all that shit a million times before. There's nothing interesting about a slam dunk
There's
contest.
nothing interesting about you or your.
I think it's your inner white person like just watches it like if only I'm jealous.
No, it's not that at all. But it's
See,
like
it's an
establishment.
I lived the life of a high flying
It's an establishment.
Slam dunk artist.
It's an establishment in the NBA. Every year they have a dunk contest. They have a 3-point contest. They have an all-star game. Every sport has it. The hockey does like the shootout shit now. Like every sport has their thing. So
God, and
the fans pay like a fucking ton of money, and LeBron's like, I don't want to do it, and then he makes this fucking coward ass video, and
gives it to the fans for free. That's better.
Yeah, but it's just like, I can dunk better than you, but I'm not going to. Like, stop being a fucking bitch.
He's going to just on his own time. The king doesn't fucking trot out to whatever shitty city this is in and like compete against nobody.
It's not about.
He did it from his own home where he's comfortable. He proved he's the best, and he gave it to the fans for free. In a way, he did everything you want out of a slam dunk contest, but better.
You want him in the contest. You want him competing with the other guys.
I don't want him in the contest because there's not one fucking guy that can compete with him.
Oh, you're an idiot. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Griffin,
so maybe he walks out there one time and just fucking destroys him. Like makes Vince Carter because it's just fun.
And also he's such a hated athlete. Who cares?
What is your?
It's not part of. I don't want to go watch Tiger Woods play fucking putt-putt. You know what I mean? Like, who fucking cares about the slam dunk contest?
You're an idiot. I'm moving on. My blood pressure is just fucking boiling right now.
You know what you have? You have white jealousy.
No, I don't have white jealousy.
You have white jealousy.
You have fucking white ignorance.
I lived the life of a high-flying slam dunk artist.
Why is this racial now?
I just think it's because you have never fucking flew so high to the rim.
If we're not careful, we're going to get Don Imus out of here.
We're going to get Don Imus out of your living room?
Yeah. Heath is going to Don Imus both of us.
Hey.
If we're not careful.
My fucking Justice League follower, my one minion. You know I'm right.
All right. So are you going to watch the All-Star game tonight?
No, not even a chance.
No, me neither.
Why would I watch that with like True Detective and Walking Dead? Yeah. And like all my fucking favorite shows are on Sunday night. Also, there's like nothing. If it was like a choice between like the WNBA Championship Game 7 and an All-Star game, it would be a really tough choice for me to tell you how fucking little I put into this. I'd rather watch videos of babies shitting their diapers than watch an NBA All-Star game.
We just we kind of had a fight there for a second.
I'm fine with it.
I am too. I am too. So I'll probably watch a little bit of it.
Who fucking are they still doing the thing where the winner gets home court? They don't even do that, right?
I don't think so. But
so who fucking? There's no stakes
for the last
it's like the Pro Bowl. No one wants to get hurt.
No, there is no stakes.
Defense.
There's no stakes in the MLB one either. I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, the winner gets fucking home field, but they still trot out fucking 30 pitchers.
But at least the MLB one kind of still
admitted
looks like
Verlander admitted that he just fucking like lobs pitches in there to see if guys will hit home runs.
Well, pitcher for sure. Like a pitcher,
there's no fucking
so
stakes
in
the MLB one.
Yeah,
Bud Selig's just.
But they do the thing where you can get the home field.
They're still not playing hard though. They're still not playing hard.
No, but I think it's like a slight step up. Like I said, I think all All-Star anythings are just.
But at least when you've got because Blake Griffin's in the All-Star game. And some of these other dudes, at least, I mean, all they're gonna do is just.
The All-Star game will be exactly like watching.
Yeah, they're gonna throw alley oops, pretty much. It's just fucking Jam City, dude.
No defense and Lob City. That's like, I couldn't.
Speaking of meaningless sports, have you watched any of the Olympics?
Oh, not even. The Olympics to me are barely, like, it kind of bothers me when people call them Olympic sports because most of them aren't even sports.
I know.
Most of them are one of two things, right? There's the exercises,
right,
like running and swimming,
right,
jumping. It's like things athletes do to get in shape for
Swimming
their
is a sport, and running is a sport.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, it is. But, okay.
It's something you do to not die in water. Like, it's not a sport per se.
To not die in water.
Yeah, you don't want to drown, so you fucking flail your arms
That's
around
what they should call the event. Let's see who the best is at not dying in water.
That'd be better. If constantly they just all had, like, fucking fucking like old prisoner style ball and chain, dragging them to the bottom to their death.
Michael Phelps is so good at not dying in water.
I know, he's really good at it.
He's probably the best.
It's because he's fucking skinny and looks deformed. He looks like a Play-Doh that you stepped on with like a fucking work boot. Like he's deformed. Like fuck Michael Phelps. But this is the other thing. Yeah, it's like weird fucking games of physics. Like let me put this fucking board on me and fucking fall down a hill. Like that's it. You're just sliding down a hill. Not a sport. It's like, yeah, running, jumping, weightlifting. Like, these are not sports.
Weightlifting is not a sport.
These are things people do to get better at real sports. You know what I mean? Like, they're exercises. You know what I do? Stupid.
You know, I do like the curling though. I haven't watched it yet this year, but it's fucking fun.
Curling has become this weird, like it's been adopted as like this. It's like a hipster institution now. Like it's so unusual, and it's become such a joke that now it's like embraced.
Well, it's because
and loved.
Like people didn't really realize it was a real thing, and then like whatever Olympics it was, that it like set it off. But like I remember sitting on my couch and being like, I could fucking do that. Like I'm good.
Have you seen the Olympic curlers? Like they look exactly like
us.
I'm
like, dude, I'm good with a broom.
They just have matching jackets.
Do this. I was a janitor once. No,
I
mean I wasn't.
The first guy that like met up with his friends. He's like, hey, what's up, bros? Like meet me at the Y. We're gonna fucking I'm gonna replace basketball tonight with like the newest, coolest league game. And he's just like, watch this, and push the stones like. And all his friends are just like, let's knock this motherfucker out. Like it's over. Like God,
but the luge is pretty cool. Like the luge and I could do bobsled.
See, none of those. Again, it's like let's put ourselves in something that's sliding down a hill. Like they don't do anything.
Yeah, they do. You know how much body control that takes on the luge?
All they do is they sit there and they're like, well, if I die, I'm going to have the worst obituary of all time.
He's the best at not dying on ice on a sled.
He's the best at surviving gravity mixed with force mixed with ice. Like that's it. Like,
but in the summer ones, they have badminton.
I'd be more impressed if I met a guy who's like a professional Magic the Gathering card player than like if I met like a bobsledder.
Oh, they have those.
I know. A guy who used to live in our dorms in college was one of those guys.
Jap?
He made fucking... No, not Jap. This other kid, I can't remember his name.
He made money doing it?
Real ugly, weird looking fuck. He won... The year he lived in the dorms with us, he made $65,000 in a Cadillac.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
And then they would give him free boxes of gathering cards and he'd fucking sell them for even more money.
What?
That... a million times cooler. That kid, college student who only plays Magic the Gathering, forgets to shower every other day... and fucking looks at little cards with like magical animals that bite people.
But what happens?
A million times cooler than the fucking biggest dick bobsledder that's
What
ever
happens though when he finds himself trapped in water?
He probably dies.
And he can't
survive.
Dies.
Yeah, that's it.
But you're never going to die from playing Magic the Gathering.
Paper cuts. Or spells of death.
That's the stupidest comeback I've ever heard.
I don't know if you could fucking like summon actual spells. Like I'm actually a gatherer myself. I've gathered. I still gather on the reg. No big deal. I love how I was trying to like pull back a little bit, like trying to be like, I don't want to ruin my image of like this cool, tough, awesome guy.
Too late.
You know, I think the listeners kind of look at me as like Swayze from Roadhouse, but with like the intellect of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Except for not Swayze.
And now they know my dark secret. That I'm a gatherer.
I think they look at you more like
Pain Don't Hurt.
Abe Vigoda and Goodburn.
Abe Vigoda. I'm Kel's orange soda bottle.
The old man that sits in the corner and just mumbles weird, incoherent, dumb stuff.
Everything I say makes perfect logical sense. Like I always come from a place of philosophy and science.
Right.
I am the man who is nothing but logically prepared for everything we talk about.
Right.
It's
sure.
True.
Sure.
Think about it. You're the one who's like, I hate LeBron, but I want to see him dunk. Like that makes any sense.
It doesn't. I'm not saying. Did I cry when I said it?
I saw a little tear.
Was I crying?
You cried.
No.
A little. You definitely started sweating.
What
right
I did
like,
was
oh my God,
I called him out. I called him out for being a bitch because he's like, I don't want to do the dunk contest, and then he just fucking has a dunk contest. Let's not get back on this again because I fucking destroyed you. I destroyed you.
Listener, back me up.
I destroyed you.
I only need that one guy to know that I'm right. It's fine.
You know.
What next? You want LeBron like, LeBron, you're such a bitch. You're so afraid of bobsledding. Show up in Sochi. Like, what else do you want from LeBron?
No, but he's not.
The guy goes out there every night and is the best basketball player in his generation.
He claims to be the best dunker.
Wait, not claiming he is.
No, he probably is.
I'm not Blake Griffin.
I'm not disputing the fact that he probably is. Like, I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
He probably is. Like,
yeah.
No joke. But don't fucking just make this video and then not show up to the dunk.
But why are you not mad that
just
Blake
go out there and
Griffin's
win it once? He was in it before.
But he doesn't have to defend his crown anymore?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But at least he had the stones to go out there and do it.
Yeah, I had the stones to go jump over a fucking 2.5 foot tall front of a car.
Yeah.
Like,
I could do
lame.
that.
How tall is that guy? 6'10"?
Yeah, something like that.
That's not impressive at all.
No, that dunk wasn't impressive.
Not impressed at all.
Yeah.
It'd be impressive if they put it at like 14 feet and they had a ball and chain and they were trying to not die in water.
Yeah.
Then I'd be impressed and I'd watch.
You know who else I'm not impressed with? Shia LaBeouf.
Segue, dude. That was very professional.
Yeah. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for my seam to fucking just
You've been reading blogs about segues. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. I read an article on the internet.
Okay.
And I Googled articles about segues.
Yeah.
Not the machines.
I think I just ruined the segue by like bringing it to a screeching halt. But your segue, I just had to say, like, of all the dumb things you say, that was the best thing I've ever heard.
For those of you listening at home, if you haven't heard, you probably have. Shia LaBeouf opened up a studio or rented out like an art studio here in LA for it was like Tuesday through Saturday. Mm. And what it was on the front of it, I went down to it. On the front of the building, he just had like this white sign that said hashtag I am sorry. And then underneath it said Shia LaBeouf. So they were letting people in one at a time. And you go inside, and they had a table, like kind of about the size of this table. And on it was like a ukulele, a bottle of cologne, a bottle of Jack Daniels, a bowl of mean tweets directed at Shia LaBeouf, a whip from like Indiana Jones, a Transformers figurine, and a couple more things. And this lady comes out. And she's like, pick one. And you grab one, and then she takes you into this room where you just sit face to face with Shia LaBeouf. He's got a bag over his head.
Face to bag with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he has a bag over his head, and apparently it was like all wet because he'd been crying, like on demand all day, just crying all day.
Probably from fucking laughter.
And by all accounts, he never said anything.
Right.
Like he just stonewalled everybody.
I think those were tears of laughter. Like, look at all these sad, pitiful, dumb fucks that have nothing
I went down there.
Like,
I wanted to go in.
Yeah.
My plan was to go in because I'd been reading all these things about him just stonewalling people. And I was just going to go in and do like 10 minutes of my stand-up set and just try to make him crack. And then if he did, I'd be
should have done it right for Nick Hall. I should have gone down there as Gene Woodward and be like, I already have my props and just come out with all my dildo guns and shit.
Or like...
He was wearing earplugs.
Yeah, apparently he was wearing earplugs.
Yeah, he probably had a little HD TV inside that bag, and like he was just watching the new season of House of Cards while these fucking pitiful.
No, it just kept replaying the scene where Bambi's mom gets shot, and that's why he was he's like. God.
I just have a question for all the if any of our listeners are these kind of I don't know, like the scum on the level of like the blackened gum that stuck to the sidewalk. If you're like one of those people and you were down there, like what the fuck was the purpose of that? Like, did people think they were actually going to like get to him, or they were going to? Do whatever.
Are you calling me like black and bubble gum on the curb?
You didn't go in. You went to like people watch.
Yeah.
But I have friends that have already been like, they went and then they were like ashamed of themselves and they're like, oh, I just went to see the crowd. And I'm like, you realize like you're part of that pathetic mass. Like you're part of the cancer of our society.
No.
Like, but this is what I mean. Like, what's the point? Like, your thought, like, do you get to hit him with the whip? Like, that would be cool.
I don't know. I think
you get to like force him to drink the bottle of Jack and then like, I don't know, like what? Like, what's the fucking point of that?
Yeah.
Do you think anything? First off, do you think anything you say matters to fucking Shia dipshit?
No, not at all.
And secondly, it's like he's just getting all this fucking free press and free publicity. Like, you guys are just helping him out.
That's my question. Like, what do you think it is? Like, this is leading up to something. Like all of this plagiarism stuff, his tweets.
See, I think,
like, what's his plan?
I think people saw that with the Joaquin thing, and they think. I don't think this is because the genesis of this was that he stole from an underground comic book artist, Daniel Clowes.
Right.
You know, so he stole, and that guy had already had some movies made out of his stuff, and he stole it like 2 years ago and already did con with it and all that shit. Like, there's no like, you know what I mean? It's not like that would be too ridiculous to assume that he had pre-planned it that long for no reason. I think it's just one of those, he got busted. There was like this, because this is the other thing. People just love to fucking backlash against things. Like, all the people on Twitter who have never fucking read anything by that guy were like, I'm outraged that you would steal his story. And I'm like, I'm fucking outraged that you're not buying his own stories.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing nothing for him. Shia LaBeouf, by even stealing this guy's story, has done more for that guy's career than all the little fucking douchebags who just hate on Shia LaBeouf on Twitter.
I wrote a bad joke about this whole thing.
A bad joke?
I wrote another bad one.
Can you do it in an impression? I know we've been
I don't have
dramatically low on impressions.
I don't have a Shia LaBeouf impression.
You could make one up right now. Blow the minds of the fans.
Sam Witwicky. What do you want, Optimus? That's my
Sam Witwicky.
Hey,
quit putting bags on your
Shia
head.
LaBeouf here. For those of you on Podomatic, this is actually Shia LaBeouf. Hey, Shia LaBeouf here. They don't know. They can't see me.
They're like, oh my God, is he still in the bag? Like, give us information.
Here's the bad joke I wrote. because he's been wearing a bag over his head. I was like, well, maybe he's just like a really big Cleveland Browns fan. Mm-hmm. Because they wore bags over their head.
Oh, is that it? I was like, wait for the rest. Nailed it.
I tweeted it and everything.
Big pile of shit. Little Nick Hall fly. Nailed it.
That was a good joke, right?
I love it. I love it.
What if it is? Like, what if this whole performance art thing comes out and then one day he just walks out with the Browns jersey on and he's like, go team. He's like, fucking go Whedon.
Johnny Football. Woo! It's like, this is our year. You're just like, oh, that's sad.
I was in Cleveland. My little brother lives in Cleveland.
Right.
And I was there and
I don't think people live in Cleveland. They die slowly in Cleveland.
But it was a Saturday night, and the Browns had a home game the next day, and they were like, the radio guy, he was so depressed to have to plug the Browns. Like, he was like, tomorrow the Browns play. Like, you just hear it in his voice. Like, and before that, he was really happy to, like, announce a Kesha song on the radio. He's like, this one's my Kesha. He's like, the fucking Browns play tomorrow.
If the Browns turn that S to a dollar sign, then he'd maybe be excited.
He goes, make sure you show up. Opie the redheaded stepchild's playing quarterback tomorrow. I fucking hate Josh Whedon so much.
Yeah.
Or Brandon Whedon.
I heard he wants out now.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna retire. Like, what is he, like 35 years old? He was like 30 when he got drafted or something. He's like, remember Chris Winkie?
Still a better life than I've led. You fucking piece of shit. Hey, P.S. Pittsburgh wants to say thanks for all the wins, fuckface.
Chris Winkie was like 30 when he got drafted too.
Yeah.
Because he tried to play baseball for a while. Jameis Winston got a save the other day for Florida State. Speaking of quarterbacks, boom, nailed it.
Okay, it's
pretty cool, him too, right? I bet he'd do the dunk contest.
Who fucking cares about dunk?
And it would be like this. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'll be in a dunk contest." You can't understand when he's trying to tell you, like, did he just say he's going to be in the dunk contest?
Yeah, he's one of those, like, he sounds like he, like, talks in, like, Morse code where, like, every second or third word just drops out and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Anyways. No, I don't.
But that was a good Shia LaBeouf joke. That's what I'm saying.
It was a good impression too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, all these fucking, there's just this, like, little contingency of people out here. They're like, I'm gonna go be cool and let him know, like, this, or I'm gonna fucking.
Well, I think some people actually, like, went in there thinking that they were gonna, like,
to just get close
have
to
a breakthrough.
fame.
They were gonna have a breakthrough and be like, Shy.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's like, did all you motherfuckers that went, I'm talking right to you, all you motherfuckers that went, did you assume that somehow, like, he was going to hear, like, your fucking dumb voice? Like, the fucking guy who, like, is slinging fucking burgers at In-N-Out, you're going to go, like, tell this fucking super successful millionaire, like, top of his game actor, like, you're going to tell him something that he's going to be like, that guy's right. Like, guess what? You guys that fucking wear name tags at work, you have nothing to teach this kid. Like, grow the fuck up. I mean,
even if this is real and he's just like a sad bastard, like, there's nothing to feel. That dude is going to make more money just off the Transformers franchise.
Yeah.
Than like everybody listening to combined in their lifetimes. He's already
set for the entire rest of his life.
Oh yeah.
And he'll work.
That's why I don't think it's a real thing. Like,
he could take 3 years off and come back day one and be like, I want to work again. He'd have a fucking huge deal.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah. I mean, because they're making the new Transformers with
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark, yeah.
Need a little more meat out of their leading man.
Yeah. But he'll be back. They'll make Disturbia 2.
He'll be fucking fine.
Maybe Eagle Eye 2.
He'll be fine.
Franchise.
And I hope, I honestly, like,
Holes
it's one of those,
2.
he should just tweet out a picture of his asshole and say, thanks, sucker, hashtag I'm sorry.
I think they should reboot Even Stevens.
Yeah.
And where he's like a grown...
Bryn Stevens, I think she was, like, gonna be kind of hot. Like, she was really at that crossroads when that show ended of, like, wow, this is going to go real fucking bad, or she might be pretty hot. Like, it was like that hard fork in the road, and I always wondered how that turned out.
Yeah. I liked Constantine with Shia LaBeouf.
It was all right. The comics are much better.
Dumb and Dumber sucked.
Dumb and Dumber-er?
Dumb and Dumber-er.
What's the new one? Dumb and Dumber 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's sad about. He's like, God damn it, I was in that cheap remake for Dumb and Dumber.
You know how much he got paid to be in that? I don't think he gave a shit.
I don't think he got much for that one. That was
I
almost...
bet she made a lot more than you think.
Well, yeah. But it was just a bit part, like, right after Even Stevens. Mm-hmm. Bob Saget got a big payday for that because there was shit on his bathroom wall. I remember that scene. Yeah. I don't know. How much do you think he made for that?
Probably at least $500,000.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For
well, no, I mean, that was a bit part. So maybe...
I want to do that.
Fuck him. He was getting enough money he can go sit in a fucking room for a week with a bag on his head.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
We should put bags on our heads the rest of the week.
I don't think it would hurt.
And then...
I just go home and all of a sudden my wife's just so much
Your
happier
wife's going
and
to start fist pumping. She's like, fuck yes. Finally.
Probably be so excited she'll try to fist me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's boil this down. I've got a big one I want to bring up about the perfect movies. It's time that we talked about
Perfect movie theorem.
Perfect.
What do you think of my song?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
You're much more optimistic.
I don't think you had a drawing board, though. I think you just thought of it. So you have nothing to go back to.
In the fucking Beauty and the Beast awesome library in my brain, there actually is a drawing board that I can slide over on my ladder, jot down my calculations.
So what you're saying, what you're really saying is that you're a woman. Because wasn't it Belle that just kept sliding over by the books and stuff? Right?
Yeah, but do you think Beast just lived in a fucking castle on essentially house arrest for centuries and he never read a book?
Yeah, I do. He was a beast.
That's foolish.
Fucking Beast.
He was really smart. He wore a suit, dude.
Beasts don't read
that motherfucker dresses nicer and is more groomed than either of us.
Stay out of the West Wing.
Right?
Like, shuts the door.
Cape Swirl. That guy was a total pimp. I bet he's read every book.
I wish I remembered the song that they sing in the bar. Remember?
Gaston.
Yeah, that song. The guy.
It's like he can eat a dozen eggs. He can lift the bars. Like there's all these like ridiculous feats of strength.
He eats a dozen eggs and they just write it in a song. That's badass. Mm-hmm. All right, perfect movie theorem.
Yes, my
I've
theorem.
been really thinking about this. I was racking my brain, trying to think of like movies.
That didn't take long.
No.
Hey, my one listener. Burn.
Movies that like molded me. My childhood, and just made me feel good. Yeah. And I kept going back to Goonies.
You know that's not a criteria for a perfect movie, though.
No, it's not, but I think it's a perfect movie. I'm gonna go with Goonies. So we're gonna have to throw this into grading. We'll have to throw Goonies into grading.
We need to get the listener. This is a great idea you bring up. We need the listeners to comment and send the Facebook page messages so that we can get more listener ideas for grading.
At nickhallcomedy.
At JL Griffey 621 on Twitter.
Find us on Facebook, Nick Hall Comedy. If you look it up, it's there.
You guys send in movies. Cole actually sent in Point Break.
Cole was Point Break, and we graded that. I want to grade Goonies next.
You want to grade Goonies?
We've been basically walking around.
It's a great movie. It's one of like the kind of. It's like the perfect archetype of like a group of children movies.
Well, they don't make kids movies like that anymore.
No.
Kids movies now are just like.
Well, that was the one where like you're like these kids might get impaled on spikes or shot by criminals, like actual danger.
Right.
Like,
well, I mean,
that's a great movie.
Fucking Joe Pantoliano or whatever just was following him around with a gun.
Yeah, and every time, like the whole end of the movie is just essentially like he peeks his head in a cave. He's like, I see the back of like 3 of the kids. And like misses shots at him.
Firing shots.
And then there's just a big like fucking deformed retard.
Mama Fratelli died not too long ago in real life.
That's sad.
That might have been the ugliest woman.
Did she get thrown from a train?
No.
Ah, that would be awesome.
But it might have been the
not for her, but
ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life was Mama Fratelli.
Pretty gross. Yeah,
uglier
pretty ugly.
Than that, uglier than the lady in that show, The It Crowd, that we watched last night.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Ugh.
Yeah, the IT crowd. That shit. Is it the IT crowd or IT crowd? They're IT guys.
I don't know. It was on Netflix.
It doesn't matter.
She's ugly.
Watch it.
Watch it.
But yeah, it's an interesting movie. I don't know. Like maybe if I add in, do you ever get the DVD with the music video of the Cyndi Lauper song?
Oh yeah.
The Good Enough
because it was like
for me. And it's like her and all the pro wrestlers.
It had like the alternate ending too.
Yeah.
On there where when they jump off the ship and they're in the water and like the giant octopus comes up or
Olympic
whatever.
Judges come and slap fucking ball and chains and they try to not die.
I saw that ending for the first time like maybe 5 years ago, and I watched this movie like 4 times a year, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Tripped you out.
I was so shitty about it, but it was okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'll have to put it through the rigors of grading.
No Peterman.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. G.I. Jane had an easier time becoming a Marine than a movie does.
G.I. Jane?
In fucking grading.
You think G.I. Jane's a good movie?
No, not at all. But it has a lot of training montages. That was my
training
analogy.
Montages.
Yeah. It's like a lot of really hard training montage. Like, wow, that does look really rough.
Did you hear my impression I just did of Mouth's mom?
No, wow, we're getting really, really specific.
The impression of Mouth's mom, Corey Feldman's mom, in Goonies. No Peterman. No Peterman. That's it. Yeah, that's what she says.
Wait, what is he? He's supposed to be Spanish in that movie or some shit? Because he talks.
Because he's like, he tells the one maid, he's when he's training Mikey's mom's maid or whatever, and he's like, like cocaína en el primer bar. He's like telling her where to put all the drugs and shit. And she's like, oh my, yeah. That's my impression of the maid. Yeah.
Glad we're finally getting back to some impressions.
That was pretty good.
I don't know. I think it'll be hard for Goonies in a way.
Why?
I feel like they stuff in a lot of half stories. You know what I mean? That's not
kind
good.
of.
That's not good in perfect movie theory.
Josh Brolin's in it though.
Yeah, Brolin's in it.
Corey
but he's
Feldman.
like gonna bang like what looks like a 12-year-old chick.
Have you
like,
seen Chunk now?
Weird.
Chunk's all skinny. He's like a lawyer.
Skinny. He's like a really powerful corporate entertainment lawyer.
An entertainment lawyer, yeah. He's all skinny and like ripped up now.
If that's what he looked like in the movie, I wouldn't even waste my time grading.
No, I wouldn't either.
He should have stayed fat.
The best thing about Chunk though was his outfit. That kid knew how to dress, dude.
He was Macklemore before Macklemore.
He was.
Yeah,
he was
right?
like straight thrift shop in that whole
thrift shop. He's just walking through the thrift shop, truffle shuffling. And no, it's good. I mean, it's kind of racist.
But it's like on the level of like the kids. Remember the kids' movies back then? You had like Stand By Me.
Stand By Me
was kind of in the same vein where it was like kind of a dark kids, but it was a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, Monster
Feldman's
Squad.
in both of them.
Yeah.
Monster Squad's a good one. I mean, Sandlot's older than or younger than those, but
yeah, but it doesn't.
That was
fit
like
in
at
with
the
that.
yeah, but that was like at the end of when they stopped making kids movies so good. It's when it started.
Because the only danger in that whole movie is you're like, fuck, Dennis Leary married this kid's mom and he looks fucking insane. And when he brings that ball back, you're like, is he gonna go like all fucking like New York fucking Street Fighter on him and like shank this kid?
You know Babe Ruth? You mean George?
Yeah.
That's my impression of James Earl Jones.
The weirdest James Earl Jones.
You mean George?
You ever seen Star Wars on the Sandlot? Like,
but that's how he says it in Sandlot.
Mufasa and the Lion King.
Like, you mean George? That's good.
That's a good one. Let's chalk it up. I'm gonna mentally.
I wish I could do a Dennis Leary. I'd really like to do a Dennis Leary.
And he's just fucking yelling in neck veins. Like I think that's how you do a good Dennis Leary.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think Goonies will be alright. Like I really like. Don't get me wrong. I love this movie. As I loved Point Break, it was heartbreaking for me to have to crush the dreams of so many.
Well, you came
movie
up with
lovers.
the worst theory of all time about it being about them being gay together. Which
It's totally about them
makes
being gay.
no sense.
Oh, yeah.
But there's nothing like
Johnny
that.
Utah wants to fucking ride on Brody's board. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing like that in Goonies, though.
I don't know yet. Actually, finding out that they were secretly gay lovers actually added more to Point Break than I previously thought. I loved it a little more than.
You're an idiot.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't make the rules. I mean, I guess I did make the rules.
You do make. That's like exactly what.
But I like
do.
to think it's like the guys who are like, we didn't just fucking write the Bible. Like God fucking used us as an antenna to write the Bible. That's me. Like somewhere the movie gods are like, finally one man mentally capable of fucking channeling our video.
Did you see the guy? Just like I think it was yesterday. He was one of those preachers that. Handles snakes, and he got bit by the snake and died.
Oh, snake charm in church.
But what he did was like, I didn't realize that this was their theory. He got bit by the snake, and he just like fucking walked out of the church. He's like, all right, see you later. And like the paramedics followed him to his house because they're like, hey, get in here. And he's like, no, I'm good. And he just went home, and he refused like medical attention because their whole thing is like, he's like, well, I got bit by the snake. God will save me. Willie.
So wait, does that church exist today?
Yeah.
Like every other person's like in the church, and they're like, "Oh man, Ricky died." Like, think I'm out. Like,
you just get bit by a snake, and he's like, "I'm just gonna go home."
I wonder what Bible they're reading that they're like, "Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do."
All of them.
All the Bibles have that. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like a line of people.
Whatever was that science fiction book that L. Ron Hubbard wrote. That's probably what he was reading.
Fucking what is that? Eugenics or
Dianetics.
Dianetics. Yeah. Ah, fuck. People are making shit up all the time. I'm making up movie rules. This guy's making up religions.
I think if you work hard enough on the movie book, it's going to become a religion.
Well, I already have one fucking guy who's allowed into my church. I'd be way more selective than most religions, though. I think that's how you got to do it if you're a new upstart religion. You got to be like the nightclub with the velvet ropes and the line. Yeah. It's just like this weird... It's like Shia LaBeouf again. It's like this terrible thing in like really fucking pitiful people. They're like, they just want to be around like the hip thing. So they'll go stand in line for like 3 hours to go buy a $20 beer. You know what I mean? It's like those kind of pathetic like scum suckers. Like I'm doing that at my church. Like, I'm going to have like the biggest motherfucking bouncer. And they're going to like have lines. Like you have to fucking impress me. Like they'll be looking at like an empty church I'm sermonizing to. Like just me and my one guy on YouTube. And they'll be like, God, there's only one guy in there. There's all these seats. Like why can't I get in? It'll start this fucking fever that'll just break upon the whole world. And next thing you know, I'll have my flock. I think that's the way I'm going to do it.
Amazing. What do you have against people that wait in line for 20 minutes to buy beer?
Fucking pathetic assholes. Like, it's like if the fucking club, the inside of the club, right, is like the fucking douche central, right? Like
correct.
Douche central. They fucking set up a giant magnet and just like fucking a dirt vac. You know what I mean? Like one of those Swiffers that like sucks in the dirt, like somehow through science. That's what it does to people. Like, if you're willing to like go to a party so bad, like you're like, and this is the other thing. I think it's because I'm like a fucking actual like heavy drinker. Like, I don't appreciate the people that just like are like socially like, oh, it's so novel to me. I go out one night a week and I wait for 3 hours and I go to the bar and I get one martini. It's great.
Pretty much everybody you talk to is Jewish.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I'm not a king of impressions like you. I'm sorry.
Let's go to the bar. It's so hot out
here. I've never like I get home like from work or whatever and I'm just like, fuck, it's a drinking night. And to me it's like, how can I get as much booze in my face like immediately as possible?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm looking for that kind of a spot. Like if you're just willing to stand in a line. It's like the other concept to me of like businesses, right? Like you're set up for me to come in and give you all my money.
Yeah.
But like you want to make it harder on me to give you my money? Like suck my fucking Robo flavored, my beer flavored Robo nuts that are amazing. Like there's no fucking chance. And the people that do, there's just like this fucking sad, needy desperation. Like the kind of pitiful things that leads to fucking stalkings and chat roulette. Like this is where we're going with these people.
Is that what it leads to?
Oh yeah.
That's how chat roulette started?
Yeah.
Some guy that couldn't get in a club and he's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm going to create an instant...
I got to find a way to get rid of all this energy.
Video thing so I can watch guys jack off.
They're all scum. I'm like, we live in LA. Like, we have enough drive-bys. Like, I've never seen one, but I'm like, that'd be a good spot to start. Just fucking thin the herd. Just like these snake fucking religious people.
Yeah.
Dude. Man, I'm kind of bitter this week.
Yeah.
I've had a rough week. I'm a little hungover. I've been working a lot and moving. Like, I'm really fucking...
Speaking of, like, drinking beers, Griffey and I are discussing the possibility of a 100 beer challenge.
Secret project.
Well, I'm not talking about the project. I'm just talking about like you and me holing up for a weekend, and you're positive that you could destroy me. The challenge.
If not for my diabetes,
yeah,
I know for a fact I would put your dick in the dirt.
No way, man.
Oh yeah.
We used to do the keg races and stuff all the time in college, and I was just king of that shit.
Is this like your magical fucking tweets that come in about how great you are all the time?
I'm reliving glory days, man. All day, every day.
When you're a real drinker like me, you can't remember glory days.
Oh, you can. Oh, you can. I don't remember how they ended.
I'll show you some things, girl.
Show you some things. Hey, babe.
Yeah, we got a good project. If we can get that one figured out, I'm pretty excited. Plus, then we'll have video. I
like drinking. I think as much as you like drinking. I really do.
Yeah, I love drinking. My diabetes is like.
I don't do as well the next day anymore, like I used to.
No way.
Like I don't even come close to doing it as well. Like I used, man. I mean, I used to be able to put down you just get fucking wasted till you can't feel feelings anymore.
Yeah,
and then I'd get up at like 8 in the morning and be like, let's do it again. And now, like if I wake up at 8 in the morning, I'm falling over while I try to go pee. And just really thinking about killing myself while I'm standing at the toilet.
You're depressed this week too. What's going on with that?
No, but like, have you ever been like that hungover? Like you're standing at the toilet and you're like,
I am right now.
If I just killed myself, this would be way better.
I had the weird morning where I was like, I think I have to go take a shit. And then I was like, but the fucking, just like the minimal amount of exertion for me to like just pucker up and do that. I was like, I think that's going to make my head hurt too much. But then I was laying on the couch, like making bargains with my body. I was like, please body, let me lay here for 10 more minutes without shitting. Like that's how much agony I was in.
You know how like sad and depressing, like you're standing over a toilet trying to watch the pee go into the toilet, but you can't see straight.
Actually, I always sit when I pee.
And you're like swaying, and the only coherent thought that's went through my head was like, just kill yourself, Nick.
Yeah,
like
it's over.
Like and that's a real thought.
You fucking just do a handstand and fucking put your head straight in the water.
Because I didn't want to be hungover. Like my life is shit, Griffey.
I've had a lot of those.
It has gone.
But last night was great. We did it.
Yeah.
Just fucking have a terrible today.
Some good beer too. Some good beer.
Yeah. Actually, I got to go drink for the other podcast.
I fucking had to sleep on your couch with your dog, and that was fun.
Nice.
At least she's a chick, though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It'd be weird, dog's junk. I always wonder that. Like, what if a dog, like, guys who have, like, dude dogs, do they ever, like, fucking accidentally, like, rub swords at night, do you think? Like, is that weird?
No. My buddy has a dog, though. His name's Julio. Mm-hmm. And he's a little...
Is that racist? Is it a Chihuahua?
It kind of is. Yeah,
is it a Chihuahua? Oh, that is super racist.
It's a Chihuahua mix. But he's only, like... If you can't see the video, but he's only, like, maybe 5 inches tall. I swear to God, this dog's dick drags on the floor.
Hit the flow.
While he walks.
Hit the flow.
And he just fucking, like, this little dog...
But do they ever rub them together on accident?
He just walks around like this all day. He's like, what's up?
Like, do dogs even know that's weird? If they like go to walk across their owner, it's a little dog, and his dick just drags across his owner's dick, and
Can
they
you
both
imagine
look at each
that,
other
though?
like, "Whoa, what just happened?"
I mean, you see big dogs, small dogs all the time. I've never seen one whose dick just drags on the floor, no matter how little the dog was.
I haven't either.
I mean, it happens to me personally.
I bet.
But I didn't.
When you're laying on your stomach.
Yeah. We're all the same height when we're laying down.
Yeah.
Isn't that a saying or something?
I heard that somewhere too. Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm depressed, dude. I can't be fucking doing all these jokes. I'm depressed this week.
I know. I don't have any more good jokes. I tried to write some more bad jokes for this one, but the bad.
Give yourself time. They'll come.
That's all I got. All right. So we're gonna grade.
Goonies.
Goonies.
I will watch Goonies and have it graded.
We'll have a full report next week.
Listeners, send in suggestions. What movies do you think that are perfect that I can fucking come and shit upon and teach you the ways? That's what I want.
None. Shout out some movies. Griffey's an idiot. Make sure you keep your eye out Wednesday.
LeBron and my one listener, I'm with you.
Little Kent Murphy special.
Mm-hmm.
Little special.
Special
and then it's fucking like full bore season the next week after that.
A lot of Kent
We're ready to go. So we got Goonies, we got Kent Murphy, and we got Griffey being a full retard today.
I don't know.
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Signing off. Hey, sports fans! Nick Hall.
Josh Griffey. Hey, Josh Griffey.